Hi everyone, DJ Light here. Welcome to Best of the Worst Showcat Builds and Lego Rolls Part 19. Over the last part of Best of the Worst Showcat Builds, we have shown was the campsite, the coffee shop, decoration badger, which is pretty much a bunch of two badgers, and the Egypt Cat Palace. If you guys haven't seen over last part of Best of the Worst Showcat Builds, maybe go check that part before this one. But today we have some more Showcat build that pretty much coming back, and I'm not gonna lie, pretty much seeing more of the same Showcat builds and pretty much ones I've shown from over 2021, still bring a memory to mind. So I can't wait to show them today in Best of the Worst Showcat builds and Lego Rolls. So I'll wait no time as always. Let's grind into this. And also before we do start as well, if you guys haven't checked over the recent poll, which is another Inside Out poll, maybe go check that poll out by the way. And pretty much today's poll we had was, who is your favorite Inside Out character? We have with joy, anger, disgust, and sadness. And I'm not gonna lie, I was not expecting you guys to pretty much pick anger. I was not expecting that at all. Because I thought people would pick joy because you know how joy is so happy all the time. But anger was probably the most unexpected one ever. I thought people would pick disgust as well. Because disgust is pretty much just like, just disgust. But still, I'm really surprised. I'm really surprised you guys really did pick big anger, probably because you guys probably picked it because you know how, school. But still, I like that. I really like that. So thank you guys for pretty much voting the poll, by the way. Because there's probably still more Inside Out poll pretty much coming soon enough, by the way. So I can't wait to do more of those. So let's go ahead and start showing the Showcat builds. Alright, now the first Showcat build has been one of the Showcat builds that I've shown back around 2021. But it is one of my favorite Showcat builds, pretty much from literally the Egypt Showcat build. And that is the Egypt bath. I think it's called bathhouse or bathtub. Let me go ahead and check right quick for a second. So I probably won't mess it up. Let's see. This is the no, it's the Egypt bathhouse. Okay. I did say bathtub, so it's pretty much bathhouse. Okay. So this is a interesting Showcat build as I remember. This is probably one of the most relaxing Showcat builds I've pretty much ever seen actually, as I remember. This is literally something I would pretty much have if I had like a hotel, like a pool downstairs literally in my house. Even though I don't have it downstairs in my house at all. But still, this is very interesting. I do like how they done with the Showcat build, basically with like the hotel water, with the waterfall, especially like the building as well. If we go more inside of it actually, I think, let's see. Let's see what else is pretty much around here as I remember. More of water, of course. Wait. Oh, let's climb up here. What was up here? Let's see, what was this? This was a, oh, this is an alligator. Oh, yeah. This is literally an alligator up here. That is interesting, by the way. Probably one of the most very interesting Showcat builds I pretty much have seen in, like, a very long time, by the way. And I do like how the alligator has, like, a waterfall coming down as well. So that is pretty much nice. I wish you could get inside the alligator of like the statue and pretty much just like to do like a waterfall like just down there. That would be very awesome to see. But still, it's cool to see the Egypt bathhouse pretty much like years later. Even though we probably have shown it again before, by the way. But still, it's cool to pretty much see it in pretty much in 2025. So Egypt bathhouse, welcome. Or sorry, wrong one. I'm probably gonna give you the best of this one. So that's pretty much great. So. Best Showcat build for the first one today. Alright, the next one is pretty much the Egypt Bazaar. And I'm telling you what, the Egypt Bazaar is pretty much one of the most Showcat builds of literally of classics. Because most of all, I do see the cat jumping again after pretty much like since 2022. I can't believe the cat is really like out here just still jumping. I did remember moving the cat out of where, sorry, out of there around pretty much in Selena City, and for some reason I don't know how he started back jumping again. I think he started back jumping since when I first time seen it, pretty much like in 2021, but now I'm seeing it again pretty much in 2025. So which is interesting. But pretty much even though I saw it the first time it was pretty much in 2022, so who knows. But still, it's good to see this Showcat build again. This Showcat build has always been like a memory by the way, from over like literally the first ever Lego World series. And the first ever to start doing mostly the Showcat build, so which is pretty much great. Now you guys probably wondering what part with this Showcat build was from. If I believe, if I remember from 2021, I think this part of this Showcat build was part 6. I think it's still on the playlist because I think I remember adding all the Showcat builds pretty much in the playlist. So you guys might want to check that series out because it was literally the first ever Lego World series. So you guys really need to check that out. But still, it's pretty much cool to pretty much see the Showcat build again after pretty much like literally a lot of times and pretty much years later. So which is pretty much nice. So Egypt Bazaar, you're pretty much the best one as well. Literally the classic Showcat build of all time from 2021. So which is great. So being the best. Alright, the next one is another classic Showcat build, which is not really much to shown, but it's a very classic one, and that is the fishing pier. Now, I don't remember from this part of the Showcat build, by the way, like literally the number part, but I do remember showing the Showcat build back around 2021. This is right before even like, you know, Selena even came by, because I think if I remember from over when Selena came by, she pretty much came by around like 2021, of course, and I think she was like in the ice cream shop while showing the Showcat build, so which was very interesting to see the Princess add a new character of the series. And to this day, she is still here in 2025. So she's been here for 4 years, which is crazy because time flies very fast, especially years as well. So it is kind of crazy. But still, the fishing pier has a bunch of like fishes, has a bunch of like stinky fish as well, with barrels, a wagon wheel and tubs, with pretty much I don't know why I can't. There we go. Large barrels. This I wish they would probably been like fishing rods as well. But you see more barrels, crates, more fishes, and pretty much more stinky fishes. So this was the most very interesting Showcat build when I remember showing it in 2021. I'm not entirely sure if like this Showcat build can give enough credit. I'm not saying this Showcat build is pretty much bad, but I don't even really like talk about this Showcat build at all until now, later in this video, but. Still, it's cool to see the Showcat build pretty much just again. I mean this Showcat build don't really get talked about at all since late after the end of 2021, and we're now in 2025. So it doesn't really make a matter of this Showcat build get talked about or not. But it's just pretty much good to see the Showcat build after pretty much like 4 years later. So fishing piers, I guess I can say you're pretty much just a little bit of best. Not saying you're the worst, but you're just a little bit best of the Showcat build. So which is great. And the last one we have today is pretty much one of the Showcat builds that's pretty much another classic one, and that is the Giant Troublemaker. Now, this Showcat build is pretty much literally a giant troublemaker, but standing on top of a big treasure chest. Now, it's not just like a whole entire like, oh, it's just basically a statue with a big giant treasure chest. No, it's literally a whole entire like inside of a place. Yes, I'm not joking actually. If you go up top here, which I can hopefully I get up top here, then you can pretty much go up here. Okay, I need to stop climbing everywhere. Then if we go up top, I believe there's supposed to be, yeah, there's supposed to be like a lot of different things. You got like toys everywhere, which is some reason, like literally a bunch of toys. Also, that's a scooter. Yeah, that looked like a scooter. All right. Then we got, it's pretty much like more toys, especially potions as well. Now they look like the potions that like pretty much I have, like the magic potion red, the magic potion pink, the magic potion blue, just basically all the magic potions. Then if we go up top more, we can pretty much see it's pretty much the let's see, with Monster Scientist, yes, one of the Halloween characters, by the way, which I don't think he's a DLC. I think he's just part of the Showcat builds. And look at all the golden bricks. Look at them. They look amazing. I'm not entirely sure why does he have mostly these Showcat builds. Sorry, mostly these golden brick. Because here's the thing. I don't think you can really make a golden brick. Because there is a golden brick build that has the 2x2. So which is interesting. But I do like this Showcat build. This Showcat build was pretty much like a classic one too from like 2021. I don't remember what part of this Showcat build was because it's pretty much been like 4 years. So I can pretty much say it's good to see this Showcat build after pretty much like 4 years later and pretty much almost a 5 year later, because next year of 2026, the not best of the worst Showcat build. Showcat build will be turned pretty much 5 years later, which is kind of crazy because, most of all, 2026 is going to be some else year, by the way, when all these like series turned old, by the way. Because I'll tell you what, Lego Worlds and Minecraft is actually going to be like 5 years later, so which is crazy. But still, it's good to see the Showcat build once again, as saying this once again. So, Giant Troublemaker, you're pretty much the best Showcat build. Pretty much like the classic Showcat build of all time, especially like the little gremlins you are, so, which is great. But yeah, but what everyone, I'm going to go ahead and end off right here. If y'all enjoyed, sure I know what to do. So, I'll see y'all tomorrow afternoon in the next video. Bye.